What's your right person, wrong time story? My husband and I dated on and off from 2012 to 2014. He had a bad drinking problem, driver's license taken away, and was not wanting a committed relationship with me. He was so intelligent and chivalrous. I always knew he would be the one. I finally gave up on him because I was sick of the on and off nature of our relationship. In 2021 we reconnected after 7 years. I had 2 relationships and a child in that time. He dated 0 people in the 7 years we were apart. He quit drinking, bettered his life and decided not to let me go this time. We just got married this summer. He is my workmate before, I have just started working after 1 year from giving birth. He is all the qualities I would love my husband to have, my standards for short. I started to notice I was liking him and he confessed he wants me to relationship with him. I don't want to ruin my family, I love my husband and my daughter, so I pretended to be sick in this COVID so they excused me from work. Then when I came back, he already resigned. I was glad I met him, it made me and my husband stronger and believe that you will get attracted to someone that your husband is lacking. I was 19 in the Air Force, having dinner with 3 of my mid-20s Marine. I have a gorgeous waitress who is also 19 and she starts asking us questions about the military and whatever. She starts flirting with me super hard, which is blowing my mind because one of the Marines I was with was a very attractive and fit male, an obvious catch. I was an underweight nerd and still had some not a catch. Go figure that I was leaving for a new base the very next day. The Marines were mad that I didn't try and sleep with her that night. My friend in college, everyone knew he liked me but he kept denying it when I asked him twice and admitted my own feelings. I mean, it was super obvious. He was always giving me special attention and going out of his way to help me out. The wrong time was he was my ex's friend whom I had been dating the year before and even engaged to be married at one point. Had he knew how toxic and abusive my ex was, he probably wouldn't have been so loyal, but I never had the heart to tell him. I was too embarrassed. Met a handsome doctor in 2010. I think he liked me a lot, but I was in junior college and he was 13 years older. I went head over heels for him and tried to deny that he didn't see a future for us. He was working too far away and honestly he didn't always treat me properly. He tried to give me the girlfriend experience and love bombed me a bit, but I knew he didn't truly love me. He said wrong place wrong time. But he did advise me to go to university and that way I met the man of my dreams. Sometimes I'm afraid I'm in one of those scenarios. We are so compatible when it comes to our norms and values, and he is my favorite person in the world. I am happiest when I'm spending time with him. But we're stuck when it comes to looking to the future. I have all these plans, and he just doesn't. We have talked about it, we have argued about it, but I fear our different perspectives on the future might pull us apart. Maybe if we had met 5 years from now it would have been easier. Met a guy after my horrible ex. I had a job lined up halfway across the US, so I wasn't looking for anything serious and neither was he. It was just amazing. I've never had such a connection with anyone and he used to say the same. When it came to leave, I didn't want to go. So I asked him to ask me to stay. He said he couldn't as it was a great job opportunity. So we had one last great day and I never saw him again. I'm a D&B DJ named for my love of cats, and I just moved to a new city. I got into the local scene and found this girl DJ who spun the same style that I did, and was also named for her love of cats. Unfortunately, she was spoken for. So I never really got to know her, then moved away 18 months later. After 16 years of DJing I have never come across anyone other than her who mixes liquid D&B with a cat theme. There was a girl in university who told me when her BF broke up with her that he had been jealous of me. I think of how close we seemed or us spending so much time hanging out. About 6 years later one of you degenerates on Reddit told me that probably meant she was as into me as I was her. Kicked myself for an additional year. But we haven't talked in years, so I'm kinda at peace with it now. I just got out of a long-term relationship and, honestly, I signed up on the Floor app just to give my ego a little boost. But oh my goodness, I met such a guy there, he's literally the stuff of dreams. I could hardly believe it. A couple of dates in and I'm falling for him. However, I'm not ready to jump into anything serious yet. I'm still healing from the past. It's either my sock buddy who I can talk to 24/7 without getting bored because we can talk about anything under the sun and still get interested no matter how dull the topic is, or my FUBU who gives the best, and I'm not exaggerating, sex as he's open to all my fantasies, and I as well to his. Wrong time because of one specific reason that both of them has. Lol. He was perfect for me. The connection was strong and our story could be beautiful. But I had just lost my father and I was in a terrible state, unstable, I did too many stupid things and he suffered. If you ever read this, I'm sorry I made you suffer so much. I will always love you deeply and seeing you happy makes me happy, even if I don't take part. Wrong times make you over-romanticize potential partners. I met a guy whom I considered the right person in a very wrong time, we fought through it and when the time was finally right, he turned out to be the wrong person. It's also possible your support of such a person is doing more harm than good. You can enable their behavior so they can avoid having to face reality and sort themselves out. Speaking from personal experience, girl I met in Perth, Australia when my ship US Navy made a port call there. Would have liked to have spent a lot more time with her but, yeah. She did kind of a rough go. I hope life turned out well for her. It's like finding a pizza delivery coupon after you've just eaten dinner, timing fail. Met someone amazing, but life threw a plot twist, and our love story got stuck in the waiting room of fate. Somebody asked me to translate somebody speaking Hindi so that everyone else knows what they are saying. I know Bengali. I still don't know how they got the idea that I speak Hindi. Met a bunch of amazing guys when I was depressed and really avoidant so nothing happened. Now I'm in a good place in life but I'm no one. Where are you people? This mindset is so bizarre to me. If it's not the right time, it's not the right person.